Awesome, awesome. How's everybody doing? I want to see some faces. I see the
You see the black screens?
pictures. What's going on, everybody?
Welcome.
Got
Today,
Amy Mitchell down in
let's
South
see.
Florida. How's everything going down there? Good.
Hopefully safe.
I know, safe.
Hopefully everyone down there is being safe and they still have service
It's
for a
raining
while.
again.
Is
Yes.
it?
Here comes the rain again. Yeah, it's just
Comes
off and
the rain
on, lots
again.
of wind.
Awesome, awesome. We got Macy, we got Claire, we got Lacey, Macy and Lacey, Kathy and George. How's it going?
Thank you very much.
Excellent. We got Stephanie, Francine, we got Maria. Where's the faces? Hannah, Brittany Bennett in the house. Samita. And we got Jabber Bottom Pati. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Sandra just came online. Sandra, how's it going? Sandra.
Doing good. Sorry, my dogs are barking in the background, so I better mute myself.
Okay. We got Beth Jenkins just came on. Where the faces? Melissa Johnson. What is up, Melissa?
Hey,
What's
how are
going
you?
What state is Melissa coming from? Melissa Johnson. Oh, we got two.
Oh,
Wait a second. What's going on? Is it two in Team Gogo or are you both on the same Zoom? What's up with that?
Are there two
I'm
Melissa
not on
Johnsons?
Team Gogo, but
Okay, all right, awesome.
Oh, there's two Melissa
Awesome.
Johnsons. That's so funny.
That
That's
is.
so funny.
That is. It's good to see Melissa, both Melissas.
I'm in
The other
Tampa
Melissa
though.
Johnson, the one in Team Gogo, you are like in Orlando area somewhere.
Yeah, I'm in Orlando. And the other Melissa, you're in Tampa, right?
Yes, correct. I'm in Tampa.
Oh, that's so
Tampa.
funny.
Tampa
That's
in the
so funny.
house.
We have a couple
Stephanie.
Ashley Johnsons too. We have two Ashley Johnsons on Team Gogo. That's
Yes, we
funny.
do. We got Ashley Kate Johnson and another athlete, Ashley Johnson. Amber,
Yeah.
how you doing? PHX. We got, who else we got going on here? Beth from Utah. What's going on, Beth? Got the glasses of a superstar.
I love her
We got
glasses.
Diana Marek. We got Ana Velez. Ana.
Love
How
it.
are you?
We are piling in. Toby, are you on here for the quick 5 minutes?
I certainly can be. I'm here.
Yes, you are here. Yay. I thought I saw you in there.
Ana,
Thank you.
Ana, dzień dobry, jak się masz? Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry.
Anna is Polish, so I know a little Polish. I know because I grew up in Hamtramck in Michigan, and you know, it used to be a big Polish population. Now it's changed. It's mostly Bengali and Arabic.
Did it really? It changed? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it did. It just sort of changed. We got who else? We got Jessica. We got Yafrani, Paul, Sarah, Diana, Felipe. I want to see some faces. Faces.
Wonderful.
Come on.
All righty,
Awesome,
guys.
awesome.
Do you think, Sotero, do you think we're good to let Toby kind of
Okay.
take the floor? And we're
All
about
right.
3 minutes after.
All right. So, you know, to everybody, my name is Sotero López, and I'm a real estate agent here with Team Gogo. You know, we're all part of EXP, and we have these meetings every week at 1 o'clock on Wednesday, and they're all just for our group. And there's like over 1,000 of us in several countries in nearly all 50 states. So it's a global organization, and so once a month we open this up to the public. You know, where the public can come in and see, take a peek inside and see what is it all about. And I would tell you that Team Gogo, we are like the funnest, the hottest, the most supportive international group in all the world. Like, you know, if you're part of our Facebook group, part of the organization, I mean, you will see just how much fun we have, how supportive we are. We're in the real estate business, so referrals matter. And so we refer a lot of business. We share a lot of knowledge. We have a lot of powerhouse people here to educate us on how to do our business better and to work smarter. And so we have somebody on today, Noemi Chavez, her name, you've seen in the advertising, in the post. She is a powerhouse rock star. And what I'm gonna do is a little bit about myself. I've been negotiating sales most of my life, 30 years. 9 of it's been real estate. I got my start mostly working with investors. And so that's kind of a little bit about me. I believe in online business. I've been self-employed since 2009. And so getting business, networking with people, connecting with people is like, and building rapport is like one of my natural specialties, just being able to build rapport. And I believe in marketing. I love marketing. I'm always the guy that's like, you driving on the highway, you see a sign like, man, that's a horrible advertisement. They should have said this instead of that. Like I do that constantly all the time and I can't stop it. So marketing. And so Noemi Chavez, if you don't know, she is my prima, or she is my cousin. She is my relative. And she's been on me a lot, like, Sotero, like, let's primo, let's get together, because she has all this knowledge and she's been like, oh, okay, you're gonna work out the schedule. And I finally talked to her and she went over my Google page, my business, and like, was just like, show me everything I was doing wrong. And like, and what she shared blew my mind. I was like, oh my God, like I should have been talking to you a long time ago. And like, and oh my God, we need to share this with everybody because it's really mind blowing, just the power of it and how it is literally, I look at agents and it is probably the most overlooked thing that they do, that they care about is Google My Business. They think, oh, you just put addresses up there, I'm good. No, it's more than that. So I'm going to just not talk so much, and I am going to just
Hey,
share
Sotero.
Yes.
We have also Toby Mathis here, and also he's about to share with us some news and updates before we get
Oh,
training
okay.
started.
Yes, Toby.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so go ahead.
Hey, I was just chilling, listening to Sotero. Yeah, somebody just asked, who am I? I'm just a tax attorney. I work with Gogo's team. I work with Gogo herself and her team to make sure that you guys are doing things in the smartest way that's in your benefit, that actually puts more money in your pockets. If you like more money in your pockets, this is a good thing, right? There's really just kind of 2 things that I want to leave you with today. Is number one, the way that you set yourself up and operate actually has a major impact on how much you actually get to keep home and keep in your account every month. It's not what you make, it's what you keep, right? And from a tax standpoint, if you're still operating as a sole proprietor, I would just say you really want to consider making an S change, an S designation. Somebody says, what's Toby's contact information? You can just, if you just Google me, Toby Mathis, you'll find me all over the internet. I work with a lot of folks that are successful. EXP, I have a bunch of the top folks. I'm really lucky to get to work with it. My firm is about 500 of us, and we work exclusively with business owners and investors. Somebody says Toby LLC or PA. That's a state designation. I don't really care. Honestly, what I care about is your tax designation, which is the S Corp designation. You can make an LLC into an S Corp. You can make a PA into an S Corp. What we care about is avoiding some of those self-employment taxes that you guys are getting hit with. The other thing is you cannot have an accountable plan which allows you to reimburse all these personal expenses that you incur. If you want to be able to reimburse those 100%, you have to be a corporate entity from a tax standpoint, period. You do not get that as a sole proprietor, and folks just don't get it. It's a huge difference. And I'll just give you the actual numbers is about $10,000 per 100,000. So if you make $100,000, the tax savings on making an S versus a sole proprietorship designation. And if you don't know what that is, reach out, schedule a time with us. We'll absolutely go through it with you. There's no cost to it. But just the difference between making that designation will put an extra $10,000 a year into your pocket, at least, because we haven't even played with any of the tax benefits that are available to you when you're actually an S Corp. Is because it changes you into an employee as opposed to the sole proprietor. So that's number one. Super simple. This is actually one piece of paper that you file with the feds, and all it does is change the tax form. Do you work with doctors too? I work with a ton of doctors. Our firm, again, is all about tax asset protection legacy planning. The second point, since we're in the middle of a hurricane, I see all these folks that are down there in Florida, actually think about your estate. When you're growing your business, don't think, hey, it's about today. Think about what you're creating as a legacy. And then you realize I have to give it its own existence, because if something happens to me, it needs to be able to carry on. I understand for real estate agents, they always say, hey, I have the license and all this stuff. But when you're building something that's going to create a legacy, you cannot do that without some sort of planning document. That's it. I've had so many clients over the last 2 years because of COVID pass away. I've had multimillionaires pass away. Just 2 weeks ago, I had a drunk driver take out one of my friends. And, and the big thing is his widow is able to carry on their business with little disruption, no probating, no going through a court process because of the way we set it up. At the end of the day, when you're looking at these things, that stuff matters because it's fun to work and make money. But at the end of the day, it's about what you intend to pass on. And if you start thinking about legacy, and a lot of us get to that point, once you get over the, hey, I'm making good money, usually it's $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year, then all of a sudden your brain shifts over into, what am I creating here? What am I going to create for my family? What am I going to create that's going to leave a lasting legacy? And I can only tell you, having done this for 25 years and doing this day in and day out with high net worth folks, do not leave your kids' stuff without preparing them for it first, right? And it's really difficult to prepare kids. And if you start thinking multi-generational, it's even harder to prepare your grandkids or your great grandkids because they may not even be born yet. So you have to put a vehicle that protects them. As you guys build wealth, this becomes more important. For some of you guys who are just getting started, I would just say, operate smart. Don't operate like 80% of the folks out there where they're just getting torn apart in taxes. There's an easy way to minimize the tax bill and make sure that you are keeping more of what you earn. And to me, that's probably the most important thing, especially for real estate agents. You guys work your asses off. You're working weekends, you're working nights. Keep more of it. Quit giving it all away. I know that it's like tempting. It's like, hey, I just want to take calls, Take 30 minutes, address it. It's an easy change. Boom, you're good. And before you say, but my broker won't pay me, there's a workaround on that too. Trust me, we've been doing this for decades. So I just want to say that I don't want to waste any more of you guys' time because I know you want to get into more fruitful things than listening to some tax lawyer yak at you in the morning. But I'll just leave you with those two things. You could do it. It's so simple. Again, free. If you want to talk to our reps, we do this stuff day in and day out. I have a whole bunch of real estate agents, by the way, that are my business advisors. If you just click on there, it's absolutely no cost. Just chat with somebody to see if there's a way that we can save you some money. It doesn't cost you anything, and it only puts more money back in your pocket. That's what I'll leave you with, guys.
Thanks, Toby.
Awesome.
Thank you, Toby. The floor is yours,
Toby.
Sotero.
Toby teaching taxes. That's your slang. Toby teaching taxes. So we really appreciate that, all that strategy. And so no further ado, I'm going to bring on this young lady. She's originally from Mexico, and she came here at the age of 14 years old with her family. I'll let her tell her story. But this is just like a snapshot of some of her accomplishments, and I won't even go into them all. But she is an achiever to no end. And one of the things that she's really good at is Google. She's partnered with Google. She's got an agreement with them. She goes to their training. And so she's going to share with us those secrets. So I'm going to unshare this right now. And I don't know how you do that. Let me see here. Stop sharing. And to no further ado, I'm going to bring on my prima and my cousin and Google expert, Noemi Chavez.
Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are ready. Let me see if you guys have a notebook and a pencil, because we're going to be taking a lot of notes. Hey, great job, great job. And the reason why I am super excited about teaching this class is because as a business owner, I opened my business back in 2008 as a marketing agency. You want to get clients. You don't want to work really hard. Like in my case, I don't want to work really hard. I don't want to knock doors because I am not ready for that anymore. So I decided to find creative ways to get business. And I learned a lot. And a lot of you, the main reason that you are here is because you want to get to that first position on Google. You want to be the #1 real estate agent in your city. Like in my case, if I was a real estate agent, guess what? That will be my goal. How can I get all the business? And I don't want to knock doors. I don't want to send mailing. You know, I want to be able to get those clients that are looking to purchase that home. And with Google, you guys are going to be able to learn that. And the best part, it is free. How many of you like free stuff? Oh, I see some hands. So I really, really like that. And as my prima mentioned, I moved to the United States when I was 14. I was going to be 15 in a few days, but it was hard. It was hard to come to a country that I didn't know how to speak English, but I have a lot of people that support me. They say, you can do it. You can do it. Go to school, get your education. But then when you get your education, guess what? You're just ready to find a really good job and stay in there for the rest of your life. And that's what they create for me for many years. But one day I was like, no, I want to open my business. And that's how I decided to open my my business. And I also decided to do some passive real estate investments. And I say passive because I was not really active. I was like, if something happened, you know, I will get it. So right now, I am really, really excited to be here. So I am not gonna waste more time because you guys have a lot of information that you had to learn. So but I asked a lot of questions and I require a lot of participation, because if you are not participating, it is showing me that you are not paying attention. And if you have your camera off, it's another sign that you are like just passively listening to me. And I don't want passive people listening to me. I want people that are going to be able to get my information and start using it. Because if not, you just waste an hour and a half of your beautiful time with me. And I don't like to waste time. I want to be able to be productive with this little time and start making some changes in my business. Because let me tell you, 6 months from today, we're going to do another meeting. And I want to see results. I don't want to be like, oh, you know what? I never complete that Google My Business. 6 months already passed. And guess what? Your friend from the other city did it. And they got 4 clients that she didn't even work for it. How do you feel? You don't want to feel that way. You want to be able to be like, yes, I am the one that got those 4 clients as well. Okay, so we're going to start. I'm going to share my screen. And then we are going to have some fun. So let me just get to my beautiful screen and we're going to start. And you guys want to know something? This is the latest version of this presentation from Google. So all the new stuff that is happening yesterday, we got it today. So we just need
awesome.
to. So
I was going to actually say, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but Google My Business has changed so much over the past few months. And I've had so many people who have gotten stuck with some just little troubleshooting errors. So I'm excited, so excited for this presentation today, and even more excited that it's updated to today. So that'll be good. Thank you.
So, and I have to make sure that I have to tell you this. If you don't follow the rules, you're going to get kicked out of Google My Business. So you guys are going to learn step by step how to do it. So don't ignore my suggestions and my recommendations. Just follow them and we're going to have some fun. Before I start the presentation, I want everybody to tell me if they already have a Google account. So on the chat, if you have a Google account, I want to see at least 94 answers in there. So, okay, everybody, that's good. That's good, because if you don't have a Google account, you are not going to be able to do this beautiful activity that we're going to be doing right now. So that's our first step. So we're gonna start. The agenda for today is this. What is a business profile? How to create it, because it's not like I am gonna give you a bunch of information and you are not gonna know how to do it. We're gonna learn how to manage. And in the manage process, we're gonna teach you how to add people. Like if you have somebody that is gonna be working in your Google My Business, how to protect yourself. Because depending of the management position that you give them, they can destroy you in no time. Or they can give you some PowerPoints in there. So I am gonna make sure that everybody knows the difference between manager and owner of the Google My Business. And then we're gonna get to know Google My Business. And then I'm gonna show you a few other resources that are available for all of you. But if you have any questions during the process, don't wait, because then at the end of the day, I will not go back to 200 message. So let's try to get those questions right in there. So we're gonna start right here. And I forgot to put the volume. Give me 1 minute. Let's go back. And I had to click the volume. Share the sound.
My name is Vince. This is my shop. I opened Village Tailor and Cleaners in 1977. I arrived in New York 4 years earlier from Italy. It was me, my brother, my mom, and my dad. My mother taught me how to sew. When I opened the shop, the first person I hired was my mother. This is Bruno, the store mascot. My little advertisement. As a business owner, you're always thinking, how can you do better? I noticed that customers come in with the clothes in one hand and the phone on the other, always looking up information. So I said to myself, we have to put this store online. Google lets me decide how the shop shows up. I pick photos, I can post special hours, anything. I made this website in 10 minutes using the website builder. And I'm not kidding. Now people walk in and I'm always asking, how did you find us? They used to say, I saw Bruno, so I came in. Now they say, Google. Believe it or not, we're up 30% this year. We're doing enough business, I had to hire more tailors and get some new machines. I've got 3 shops going. And my son Vincent Jr. is running one of them. The village cobbler next door. I'm in an old-fashioned profession. I work with my hands. I hadn't thought much about putting the business online. Now, I couldn't be happier. Village Tailor, 40 years and going strong.
So even if you already have a lot of clients, even if you have an amazing database, it is okay to have your business profile. This is another way that you're going to be able to bring business. And now we're going to be learning about the business Google profile. How many of you already set up your business profile? Okay, so we had 2, 3. Okay, so I see more people with their business profile. Congratulations. That is good. For the rest of you that you don't have your business profile, we are going to learn the value and the benefits of having one and how you're going to be able to bring more business to you. Right here, as we have a buddy, or Google My Business has a buddy too. So we have to make sure that we put everything in place to make it work. First, how many of you have pictures in your Google profile? Okay, I see 2. Okay, there are some. How many videos do you have? Why not videos? Videos, what was that?
Can I tried to upload some videos, but was always rejected.
How big was your video?
Maybe it was like maybe 6 megabytes. I'd have to double check, but I know they were rejected.
If they are too heavy, like if the quality of the video is really high, they're not gonna let you. So just you have to make sure that your videos is less than 1 minute. And that way you don't have no problem. And if you have a video that it is really, really heavy, I mean, the quality of the video is really high, you can find a website to be able to reduce that. And you're going to be able to download it on Google.
Sorry.
But,
sorry to interrupt. So is that because of the length of the video or is because of the size of the file?
It can be a combination of both. Like in my case, I see one video that was only 45 seconds, but the quality was really high. Like I changed the settings on my cell phone, so the quality was like way higher, and I couldn't download it. So I just have to go to a website and reduce the weight.
All right, awesome, thanks.
But if you guys decide to do videos, you guys are going to be able to be ahead of the game. And I am not saying expensive videos. I am saying the time that you are going to start showing the property that you have for sale, saying, hey, you guys, we are right here. This is the new house that I have for sale. Hey, come and join me. Something like that. Every time that you do an open house.
So like
don't make it complicated.
On YouTube.
Yes, like a
Like
short
property tour, like 30 to 60 second property tour would be considered a video.
Yes.
Okay.
And remember this, videos are powerful more than pictures. So if you are selling, guess what? I will have a bunch of videos, like little tiny videos. Hey, getting inside the car. Hey, today, even if you don't have an event, start creating that habit saying, hey, I'm going to be showing a property. And then you go, you fix your video. If you're going to add an intro to the video saying, hey, this is Noemi, and this is my information. This is how you find me. You're able to do that as well. The name is...
you can put like a montage of pictures, like a video. You think it's a good idea?
Try to show activity. Like, okay. like if you're walking to the car, if you're walking to the property.
Okay.
So try, because they want to see real people.
Okay.
And you guys are real people. You're doing business with other people. So hey, going to the park and getting a notebook saying, hey, I am going to be calling these clients.
Okay.
Or you're going to do a follow-up. So
okay, thank you.
Can we post like reels about properties or something, or no?
So if you have to be really careful because the music that sometimes you put in there, it will block Google any content that you don't have the rights to use it. So if you're going to use your voice, then go ahead. But if you're going to be using sounds, music that you don't have the rights, then you are always have that chance that they can block your content. Okay. And if you continue doing it, they will suspend your business, Google local listing, because you are not following the rules. So try to eliminate music that it doesn't belong to you. I mean, if you purchase the music and you have the right saying, hey, then you can do it. But a lot of the times, the music, it is not yours. So we have to be careful on that. And
so if our Google, our business has been suspended and we've been emailing or calling, how do we get that back?
Okay, so first we have to check all of this information that you're gonna see on the presentation to make sure that you are not violating the rules of Google.
Okay.
And sometimes, like we're gonna go over the hours. A lot of times people are putting 24 hours open, and that is not true. You are not open 24 hours. So putting that, it can be a red flag for Google saying, hey, this is not a real business. And they can suspend it for that. So try to put hours like from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. if you wanted to, Monday through Sunday, you are able to do that, but do not try to eliminate the 24 hours, please, when you are putting your time in there. And if you have a location, it is really important that if you put 7 in the morning to 7 p.m., that you are there from 7 in the morning to 7 p.m. Because
Okay.
if not, that's when you're going to get bad reviews and then people are going to start not liking you at all. And the overview, in the overview, you guys need to put the description of what you guys do for a living. If you're selling houses, if you're doing whatever you guys are doing, you have to put a description, and not with one sentence, put at least a paragraph. Make them feel that you did some work in there. Because if not, then they're going to be like, oh, she's a real estate agent. Okay, that's the only thing that she does. But what if you decide to do seminars for first-time home buyers? If you are able to include that on the description or the overview, they're going to be able to find you that way. And the reviews, a lot of people, they don't want to do the Google My Business or my Google profile because they're like, what if I get an angry client and they put a bad review in Google? Everybody's going to see it. So guess what? At least once in a lifetime is going to happen. So you just have to be like, okay, if I get a bad review, I will get 10 more to balance out that bad review that I got. Or sometimes even if you get a bad review, but you talk to the client and you give it like, you know, I'm so sorry, how can I make it up to you? And you create an apology not only for that client, but for the rest of your clients that they're going to go and see your review. Guess what? You're good. And quick links. This is really, really important. A lot of people, they put Facebook and Instagram as the quick links. No, 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 no. That's your website. That's your website. There is not such a thing as Facebook and Instagram as your website. No, no, no. That's not. Google will get you sooner than later, and you don't want to be in that. So we just have to think about that. So we already know the body of the Google profile. Now I'm going to show you. This is the reason why we want to do it. Because of the chances that we are going to get more clients. How many of you want to be on the first page of Google? We don't have any that wants to be on the first page of Google as a realtor? No? I will, like, if I was a realtor, I would love to be number one.
There's a lot of yes in the chat there.
Okay.
Yes.
I was like,
I was raising my hand.
I
was raising my hand physically. You couldn't see it.
Okay, yeah. So I was so worried. I was like, oh my God, nobody wants to be number one. Okay, hopefully, yes. We have some great yes in there. So we want that. We want to be able to get the business. And do you guys know why we want to get that business? No?
Yeah, to sell, to be visible to everybody, and of course to sell a lot of properties, right?
To make money.
And make money.
When
Yeah.
searches, you want to make sure you're the top one they see because that's the person they're going to. So being at the top of that list is key.
So, and besides the money, besides being number one, is because when somebody is looking in Google for a realtor, it is because they already did their homework. They already got the pre-approval letter. They are already looking into purchasing a home. It is not like in Facebook that you get a message saying, hey, I am looking to purchase a home 3 years from today. No, they are actively looking for that home or that dream home. So we want to make sure that we are right in there. Another thing is 70% of people, we are more likely to get business just by having this. And purchase. Imagine if 50% of the people that you get from Google is a purchase, is a sell. I will be happy with 3%. Let me tell you, I will be like extremely happy with 3%. 3%, I will be like, oh my God. Right now in my business, I get 75% of my business comes from Google My Business. I don't pay nothing to nobody. 70%, between 70 to 75% comes from here. I don't have to negotiate my prices. I don't have to do a big presentation. They are ready to purchase and they're ready to give me the check.
And she's here. Oops, sorry.
So in here, how many of you use the computer a lot of time? Like all the time? No? I use the cell phone more than computer. The computer is when I am home and I don't have nothing to do with my life, then I use the computer. But a lot of times I am always on my cell phone because I am always on the go. So having your information display in any mobile devices is going to be key. So whenever you guys are looking to download that video, that beautiful video that you create on your cell phone and you want to put it on your Google My Business, you have to make sure that it is not too heavy because not everybody has the best cell phone provider that the speed is so fast that they're going to be able to see your information. I always imagine that the person that is going to look at my business profile has a cell phone provider that it goes like this, like that. So keeping that in mind, I know that any information that I put in Google My Business, it has to be fast. It has to be good. It has to be ready for that person that is going 1 mile per hour in their cell phone. And the nice thing about this is whenever you do it, it will all display in the different devices and they're going to be able to see them. It can be in a tablet, it can be on your cell phone, or it can be in a desktop or laptop. And right here, this is really, really important. Not everybody in this class has to go through this process because this is when somebody decides to add your Google My Business information way before you did it. You know, this is like when you go to an event and they say, oh my God, I love your service. You know what? I am going to add your information on Google My Business. This is how you are able to claim this Google My Business because somebody decided to put your information on the system and they decide to give you some credit because they didn't see your information in there. So this is only like 1% of the clients that, or the person that you're gonna see that they had to claim their profile. A lot of you are gonna start right here, creating a Google account. That is the first thing. We are gonna do a Gmail account. I know that we have some students in other classes that they were against changing their email address. They were like, no way, I want my Yahoo email. I love my Hotmail. That will not work. So we just have to make sure that we have that Gmail account. And then from here, this is how we're gonna start. We're gonna sign into the Google account, put your information, and then from here, it's gonna ask you, what do you wanna do with this account? And you're gonna create your profile. And look at this. They're gonna ask you for your name twice. And this name has to be the name that you register at the court. So if you have a fictitious name, you need to put that name exactly how you register that. In the past, you didn't have to have that.
Naomi, that is confusing on that part because aren't we supposed to put, I thought we had to put brokered by EXP on the end of it. Like I didn't think we could just put like Carol Hazel Perry.
So you are able to include that in the name if you have it registered. So in the past, we didn't have to add the company. But nowadays, they ask you to verify your information. So if you are under a broker, then you have to include that.
But you can put your name and then brokered by EXP Realty.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. Just do not include the city that you are doing business, okay? Do not put Visalia, Noemi, and then the rest. No, try to eliminate the city if you don't have it registered on your fictitious name, okay? And they're gonna ask you to,
So mine says Anna Marie Kinjemi, and then it says like Anna Marie Kinjemi and Associates brokered by eXp Realty. That's correct?
yes. So as long as you have a paper to prove that you own that name, that you can use that name, you're gonna be fine. The problem is when you don't have nothing and Google asks you to verify the name. In the past, we didn't have to verify the name. Nowadays, it's like random, but sometimes they ask you and you just have to send that fictitious name to prove that you are who you say you are. That's all.
Oh, so maybe, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Hi, Charlotte in Texas. So I don't have that. I just have my name as my business. Even though I am an associate broker and brokered by eXp would be added, but I don't have that fictitious name registered anywhere, not with the Board of Realtors or the Texas Association of Realtors. It would be fictitious, but it's nowhere else. So that probably wouldn't work, right?
If you go to the court, here in California, we just go to the court and we pay $46 for 5 years. And we're able to use that name for 5 years.
But even if you're just using your personal name, like the name that you have your license under?
I mean, it is your name. So they say that if you are using your name, it will be good until Google asks you for a proof.
Your name is registered because you're a registered business. You have a business license with your name on it already.
Yeah, so not all states, like I know California, when you get licensed in California, they require you to do a DBA, doing business as. And that's what I think you're referring to specifically, is getting your license name or your fictitious name is that DBA, but not
Yes.
all states require that. So like here in Michigan, we don't have to have that, a DBA. We're just licensed. We have to be licensed. Our real estate license is has to be the exact same name as on our driver's license. So that's why I think where people are getting a little confused. So I think as long as you have, so you could have an LLC with you could actually go and create your own LLC with the state. Here in Michigan, it costs $25 to have an LLC. Now you have a legal document showing that's your business name. And I think that's kind of the difference in the different states. You could do, one of two ways, I'm assuming.
Yes, and everybody's is going to be different because we are not everybody from California. I am just giving you the California one because that's the one I am familiar to. But even if you get that fictitious name, having that name registered with you is a plus. Just keep that in mind, and I will say you spend more money in other things than getting that name registered. So in this section, they ask you twice to put your name. So they already asked you once. This is the second time. The next one is the category that you want to show up. This is the most important thing that you're going to do in this Google My Business. If you don't put the one that describe you, even if you get like 20 categories after that, then they're not going to be able to find you. So make sure that when you choose this one, you are going to choose the one that describes you the best. So think about that. And then from here, this is for all of you that is doing business from home. If you have an office, you don't have to worry about this, but I work from home and I don't want my address to show up. That is the ideal thing. But for any of you that is going to be using their home address for their Google My Business, you guys are going to press no because you don't want to show up your home address. If you have an office that you go and you do business at the office, you are able to put the address of the office. So we're going to imagine that everybody has an office and we're going to continue as having an office. But if you're going to be doing it from home, then you just press no. And from here, it's gonna ask you to put the address of their location. If you have a suite number, you're gonna go to right here where you say add a new line. You cannot put it together on the first line. You will never get your postcard if you decide to put suite 120. You have to add the add line and then you're gonna be fine. And then we're gonna press next. And then from here, this is goal for all of you. In this one, you're gonna be able to put all the cities that you wanna do business, that you are willing to drive. So if you have 10 different cities, then guess what? In that county, you can do 10 different cities.
And Prima, I'll just stop here because this is one thing that she was telling me that I was doing wrong, because in my Google business, I had Wayne County, Oakland County, Macomb. I put counties because I'm like, I don't want to put all these different cities. I just put counties, but that's not good. Like that's actually hurting me and preventing me from clients.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's good to know.
So if you can explain why that mattered, like counties was not good, but putting specific cities, like why is that important to Google?
Okay, Christy, I think Christy has a question before I jump on
I do, but I wanted to go back to the like if you work from home. So go ahead and answer this question first, and then we'll go back to that one because that refers to this.
Okay, so for choosing cities instead of counties, nobody put a house for sale in Tulare County. They sell house for sale in Visalia. They say they put house for sale in Fresno, but they don't put the county. So right here, you have 20 different cities that you can add your information. And if nobody else had their information as a realtor, guess what? It will show you as the only choice. Why? Because your information is in there. So imagine if you have a team, like most of you are part of the broker, but imagine if all of you work at the same. Hey, I am gonna cover 10 cities. Hey, you're gonna cover 10 cities. Hey, let's do business like that. You're gonna be able to have a lot more territory than if you just focus in 2 or 3 cities. Okay, so any questions before I move to the previous page?
I do, yeah, okay, previous page. Does anyone else have questions regarding that?
I have a quick question.
Sorry.
I have a quick question on the address. Okay, so when you go to verify, so even if you're not going to show your address, so under the verification, you know how you say get verified? Do you still give them your address? Because they're going to send you, but it'll still stay like, you know, not like you have an office.
Okay, so when Google send you a postcard to your home, and in that card or that letter, they have a 5-digit code that you're gonna go back and you're gonna say, yes, I got the postcard and I am ready to verify my listing. That is a way of Google knowing that you are doing business from home and that you are a legit person that it is trying to set up a business profile.
Is that when they're going to look at your website? Because I have my website, I have my domain name going to a link tree type thing. Is that are they going to kick that out?
Yeah. Sooner than later it's going to get you. So it is better to just remove it. And then when you get the real website that you feel proud, then you just put it in there.
Okay.
So if I use my EXP website, is that okay? But
that is perfect.
Okay, good. And then I have another question. Is there a limit to how many cities you can add?
20.
20. Okay, thank you.
So
I have a question.
Okay.
You go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, I was gonna say to John that 20 is a lot of cities. If you are able to create the profile the way that I'm gonna show you, you're gonna be able to open so many new opportunities.
Okay, I was gonna ask, I'm licensed in 2 different states, and it won't let me do the 2 different states. It blocks me every time.
So which states are you doing?
Florida and Georgia.
Okay. Do you create a 2 different profiles? Or do you just create 1 profile?
No, I've created 1 profile, and when I went to add Georgia to my service areas, it blocked me and said that my page was blocked for some reason. So I didn't know what to do because I do service both of those areas. It's just my business is not in like physically. If somebody was to come in physically, it's in Atlanta, but not in Florida.
If you wanna set up a Zoom meeting, we can do a Zoom meeting, and I can go over that with you.
Okay.
And I will
okay.
give you some tips of how you're gonna be able to handle that situation.
Okay.
Did you
thank
add the location, a second location? Or did it not let you? Because
It
postcard is
wouldn't let
coming
me
back.
add a second one because
Okay.
I would have to I would have to connect it to my Gmail, and so it only let me have that one, and it basically was the same as the other one would have been. So it just asked me to like to change my service areas, which I went to change my service areas, but when I added anything for Florida, it kicked it back. It was like,
Yeah.
no.
That's weird. I thought you could add 2 different like locations. Like you have
You
your
can
one Google profile, and then you could have like as if you had multiple buildings. Like multiple.
Yeah, but they
offices.
wanted to send a postcard to Florida, which I don't have an office in Florida.
Yeah.
And
Gotcha.
another thing is that you cannot use the same phone number for multiple locations. It has to have a assigned phone number for each location. So if you got one in Florida and another one in Atlanta, then you will have to have 2 different phone numbers. You cannot use the same because it's considered duplicate information in a profile. So you're not
For
able
the
to.
kind of information you are putting in the form, it's better that the owner creates the page, right?
It will all depends, because we're gonna show you how you're gonna be able to assign me or Christy or Sotero in the profile, and you're gonna be fine. So we will show you how to do it the right way.
Okay, it's because I don't live in the United States, but I work with someone who lives there, and I don't know all this information.
Now you are able to create it. So we will show you how to do it.
Noemi,
Okay, thank you.
there's a few of us, Noemi, that have use a PO box, like it's a UPS store, but it looks like a suite number, but that's my box number. Can I use that?
There is a small chance that they can get you. Right now, this moment, you are saved. You are safe.
Whoever asked that, I did the same thing. I tried to do that and it was not successful. My traffic was terrible, and then the whole thing ended up being a mess. So I actually found there's a local EXP gentleman here, and he has an office. So I just called and said, would you mind if I use your location? Because as a female, I want to be safe. I don't want to have to be my home. Can I tap into what your guys' address? And he was perfectly fine with that. I sent it there, went and picked it up and put in the code, but I did not have good luck. Even my PO box is a suite like yours, and it wasn't successful.
So
also check with your EXP broker, because our broker here in South Carolina said use the office that we always have to use the office address. That's South Carolina's law. And I just put that, don't show it, right? And then I put the areas I serve. And then when they get the Google verification cards, they email them to you here. So check with your
Florida,
broker.
they do the same thing. The broker, you can use the broker address in Florida, and they'll email you or your code for the My Google stuff.
And I am gonna give you a tip really quick about that. If you're gonna have 20 people or 20 realtors using the same address, do not use the same I will say not the same address, but you can put suite A, B, C, D, F, because it's gonna show as duplicate, and you cannot have multiple businesses with one address. You can have one with suite A, B, C, D, and they consider that as like a incubator of business, that you can use it, but do not use the same address like straight out, because it's going to show duplicate. And if your competition is mean, they can say, hey, duplicate, and they can delete your profile.
And delete you. So what do you recommend? Do you recommend using your home address and then just hiding the address?
For me, it's the most convenient because I have full control of the Google local listing. It is only one time that Google sends you the postcard. They're not going to be hunting you down. And that way, you decide where do you want to do business. If you want to do business in 20 different cities, hey, you're willing to drive for 20 different cities.
Yeah.
That
makes it a lot easier.
How do we know if somebody else has used the same address?
It will show duplicate the moment that you start putting their information and the address.
So if I did my Google My Business a couple of years ago, and I use our EXP one here in Colorado, that means somebody else that goes in and tries to nav it won't be able to because it shows me.
It's going to say, are you sure that you want to create the profile under this address? But if they put like suite A, then it will be like, it's okay. And there's some people that they do it. Even if they get that message, they do it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But then Google is like, how can 20 businesses are running from the same address?
You mentioned phone number could not be duplicate. I have a second business that's not real estate. It's not real estate anyway, but I do have a Google listing for that, I believe, with that phone number. Would it make sense for me then to get a second phone number for my real estate page, or will that not get flagged?
In the past, we didn't have that problem.
Okay.
You can have we can have 5 different locations with the same phone number, but now, yes, now it is a problem because Google is changing so much that if you have the same number, duplicate, the same address, duplicate. Hey, if you mention something that it was not appropriate, they suspend your Google local listing. So we just have to make sure that if you know that 3 or 4 of your coworkers or colleagues are using the same address, get your home address. Just do not show the address, and let's go to the next one.
So I have a quick question because I'm licensed in a couple states and I do own property in both states, but I have I reside in upstate New York, but I have a home in Florida and I get my Florida mail forwarded up here. Do you think Google will kick back the postal card if I forward my mail?
Yeah, you're able to get that.
Okay, great.
And like that, if you do it, Google is going to be like, okay, she's doing business in these 2 states, and you're going to be fine.
So I have a postcard question too, though. When I set up my Google profile and I put our local office address, because I didn't know about the whole, hiding my address because I didn't want to put my home. And then of course the EXP agent that has that office, because she pays for it, threw the card away.
You can request another one.
Okay, so but what did that do to my Google profile? Because it's not verified.
So no, you just go back and say change address that you want to do it from home.
Okay.
If you can do that, and then they will send you the postcard to your house.
Okay, but it will
not show the address.
Just because I'm not verified, I'm not hidden on Google because I'm not verified though, right?
Yeah, we have to get you verified. We have to get you verified first.
And just a tip for the extra number too, for EXP agents, I purchased the smart number. So on KV Core, you purchase a smart number, then that way you're guaranteed to get your leads. Because if you don't purchase a smart number, you don't get your leads. That's your extra number. just to throw that out there.
So
And
you
Macy, that's
see,
a really good idea because it's 25, 26 bucks a month. And
Right.
all of your leads will go in, well, Macy knows this, but all of our leads go into KV Core and organize themselves there for us. So it's like one step. So that's what I was thinking, that I would use my KV Core Smart number.
And my husband actually, because I was playing with my KV Core one day and I sent my husband a few test texts and he actually got a response from another agent because I didn't have the smart number. So it was going, I was like, oh my gosh, it's the best $30 a month I've ever spent. Plus it gives you that extra number to use. Cause I don't want to be doing all this work and not get my client. So
all of that.
That's the second number.
So if you wanna, Macy, you wanna put it on the chat. That way somebody's is looking into that because it is, remember, it's a business expense. So if you get that extra phone, it is not gonna be like, it's gonna be your personal. No, it's gonna be for business. You're gonna be able to put it as a tax deductible in there. So now we are right here where you put your phone number, your website. You see right here where you say, I don't have a website or I don't need a website. If you don't have one, if it is not the way that you want to put, I don't need a website. And let's go to the next one until you have one. Because a lot of times, this is what happened. People have a domain, the URL, and they think that they have a website. That is not a website. That's a URL. So do not put the URL because the moment that they click, it's gonna show nothing. And Google is like, remember, Google is in and out. How can I get you to point A, and that way I can take the next person to point B, to point C. It is not like Facebook that they want you to be in there and chat. And no, that doesn't happen with Google. So we have to make sure that we do it the way that they want it and make it quick. And right here, this is when you're like finished your Google local listing and they say, hey, promote your business, track your business, respond to customer review. And then here is when they ask you to put your information in case you didn't add it. Then you put your address, the one that you want to get, and all that good information. And remember, right here too, if it is a suite, you are gonna go to the second line and you're gonna put suite 125. And then from there, you guys are gonna be ready to start working on your profile. I love this little card. When I do my classes and I have like 80% of my students that they don't have a Google local listing, then I am like, woo, we did it. We have a little card coming to our home. For you guys, it's going to be the same thing. Why? Because this is the place that you're going to start getting a lot more money, and more money means more vacations, more everything, more time for yourself too. I love the time for myself more than, no, vacation too. So those two are hand to hand. So we're going to do this. And in here,
can I ask a quick question about the card?
Uh-huh.
So I know one of our fellow Team Gogo agents who's actually working her day job right now, but she created a Google My Business and account, and she couldn't get her card. Her card never came. So then she reached out to Google, and she was going back and forth with them. Finally, about a month or two later, she got the card, and she literally had to prove, like by taking videos, that she works from home, that she literally took a video or a picture of her yard sign and her computer and all of this stuff, like proving that she works from home. And can you just explain that a little bit? Why, or can you avoid that maybe? Because that's not the first person that I've heard that happen with.
So it's randomly. It is how lucky
Really?
you are. It is not like every single one. I help over 30 clients, like new clients every month. And out of the 30, I get one that has to do the video, that has to do the sign. And they're like, how can I am the lucky one? We don't know. Google just make the decision.
Okay. So it's nothing that you necessarily did wrong. It's just like random audits, maybe?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Because you put something on the profile that they make them wonder. Like if you were
Gotcha.
like, we have one that was selling ice cream. And we were like, is that the one? No, that didn't get the whole video. And we have another one that they do framing, home framing.
Yeah.
And he was the one. He was like, what is wrong with that? Like, do you think that? And
Okay.
for him, so you just have to be ready. If they ask you for like a business card, if they ask you, like the most common ones is the business license, the fictitious name, the sign, a little sign that you say, I sell homes, you know, something like something that they prove that you're doing business. So it is not like everybody at this moment, it's not everybody, it's randomly.
Okay,
So,
that's good to know, because I ran into, out of the 5 people in the past 2 months that I've helped, 2 of them or 3 of them have gotten it. And I'm like, I don't know. So, okay, that's good to know.
So yeah, so you just have to be ready. And if they ask you for something, like I know that sometimes they're like, they ask you for your driver license to be able to match the name. It is not that they're going to steal your information or they're going to sell it. It is that they just want to verify. Like I have some clients that they had to bring the license, contracting license. They had to bring, but you know, it's like, you're going to get business. They just want to prove that you are legit. So,
who you are. Okay. That's
so don't take it personal.
I have a question. I was trying to follow along with you on my phone, and I don't know if you can see it, but it says that I can verify by phone, whether it be call or text. Is that normal?
Yes. If you already have some of your information on the system, like if you have like a profile and Yahoo or like Facebook and it's already active, they know that you are a legit client, a legit person. So you don't have to wait a week or the 5 to 7 business days.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, you can bypass it. That's nice. I didn't know you could. I just always said, just get the postcard. Don't even try that, because I didn't think it would even work.
It will give you the choice. It will give you the choice. Like if they say send a text or a phone call, I always get the text, because the phone call, I was like, what if I get it wrong? And then who do I call? But that's another way to do it. Like I would say like only like 2% of my clients, they get that choice.
Nice.
But it is really, really nice. So now we're going to go to the services. Google is going to give you a list of services that they think that you have, but you are going to go to right here where they say add custom service, and you're going to put your own list, the things that you do. So if you do workshops, if you do seminars, if you do whatever you do to bring business, you are going to add it right here. And people are going to be like, okay, so she teach classes, you know, to promote home ownership. So we just want to make sure that you guys had those services in there. And from here, they add the description. Please take some time to do it. Like we have up to 750 words that we can describe what do we do for a business, you know. Don't say I sell houses. No, tell me a little bit about you. Why do I want to choose you? And if you don't have no idea, go to your website and copy where you say, welcome to, you can do that. That's the easiest way to do it. If you like it, if not, you can start creating some content in there. And then from here, you're going to be able to add pictures, videos. If it is taking long when you're downloading a video, is because it's too heavy. So go back, find a website that you can make it smaller and then bring it back. Your logo is really, really important. So make sure that you add the logo on the part that it asks you for a logo as well. And then you say, we are almost ready. Now, this is your dashboard. This is where you're going to make some magic happen. This is where you are going to have full control. And this is where you're going to be making money if you decide to do it as well. So here's going to be your main menu. You're going to have home, post, info. If you're going to have an open house, guess what? You're going to use the post day and night. You're going to be like, everybody in my city is going to know that I have an open house. And you're going to be posting that for free with Google. And we're going to go.
Question.
Mhm.
So this is actually a question for you and for probably Christy. When we are going through our, you're like, yay. When we're going through our KV Corp and we're posting a single house and we're doing the squeeze page, where would we put that here? So if, so we can post a link and like drive traffic, it says an option for Google or Facebook.
Oh, you mean, so she doesn't know this part of it. I got that part. So you're just where it says Google or Facebook, when you're creating that page within KV Core, it doesn't matter what you put in there. That's just for reference so that you kind of know. So if you know this link's going on Google. Yeah, yep, absolutely. Yep. So even if you put Facebook in that spot when you're making your squeeze page on KV Core, you can still post that link on Google. That's okay. You can still do it. It doesn't matter.
Put it in, I guess, like the posts. Or
yeah, you probably click on create a post.
Okay.
And we're going to go over that right now, where you guys are going to, how every single part of the menu is going to work. But if you do the post for any open houses that you have or any listings that you have, it is going to show not only on your profile, but anybody that is looking for houses is going to show as part of the search. So you are getting two different ways of getting traffic just by putting your house for sale and your Google local listing. And we're going to go over that really quick. So right here, this is how the fans start. We're going to start with the home. And in this one, you're going to be able to, right here where you see create a post, Melinda, you click in there and you're going to be able to put the house. They're going to ask you, do you have a link? You're going to put your link where they can go and see the rest of the house and all of that. And then you can have photos, and you can do update your information. If you have in your state, if you have any regulations with COVID, you can include them right here.
So how do we get back to this page now? Now that you have to edit your profile and search or map, I can't get back to this page.
So did you click Google My Business?
Well, yeah,
Manage?
like on the app, the app on my phone, for example, I clicked on Google My Business and it says, go to search or go to map. So then I clicked both of them. Like I did one and didn't work, so I went back to the other one, and it just goes to like the way it looks just on Google. And I'm like, how do I get back to make a post?
Oh, so, you gotta go. I was to say, you gotta go up to the 9 dots and go into the business, the little business house.
Yeah, so you go back through the menu.
Yep.
Or the Google menu.
And the application is going away.
Yes. So you don't do that anymore.
No. So just if you want to do a post, do it directly from your computer.
Okay. So you can't use the app at all anymore for Google My Business. You should just use your computer to make posts and stuff. That's good. Okay.
So like before, we used to use the cell phone to put videos, post directly from the app. Not anymore. They're getting rid of that one. So hopefully they found something else better, but right now we just have to do it from the computer.
Can we use the Google Maps app? Because the Google Maps app, you can go into your account for Google My Business.
So that's what I tried, and I can't get to here. But maybe I'm going the wrong way.
I know. I was wondering if Google Maps, if you'll show up on Google Maps if you don't have a physical office address.
It's going to show us
your location, service areas.
Like the cities that you are.
Oh.
So like you're going to see like, and because I have two profiles. I have one profile for my web design, and then I have another profile for my books. So in my books, I didn't use my address. So it shows a circle around all the area that I am willing to do business So
Mhm.
for you, Carol, you can have 20 different cities around. Oh, I don't know how many do you want, but you're
Pretty much
able
what I
to.
do.
Mm-hmm.
So that way you guys can set those cities. So start doing some homework as soon as we finish the class.
Quick question. So how will we upload a video then? In this case, will we have to put it on YouTube and then post the link, or?
No. Let me show you really quick. Okay. So if you are right here, and my Google My Business is going to look different because I manage a whole bunch, but in you guys's, so let me go to right here. Let me see if I can go to right here. So if you go to Google My Business, okay, and it's going to open up my listing. So I can click right here, and then we're going to go to right here. And I had two different profiles. You see, I had Chavez Web Design and I have Noemi Chavez. So if you click Noemi Chavez, because that's my book, and it's going to ask me, do you want to stay here or do you want to manage your search? I want to stay here. For me, we're going to start right here. And they say, I am not sure. And then not now. Okay, from here, if you want to download a video, you just go to right here. And it asks you if you want to, it open up and it say, where do you have the video? And then you click and you download the video directly from there.
So you
Our
still
videos-
click the photo, like add a photo, but once you open it, you have the choice to add a photo or a video.
Yes. So they're going to give you the choice to do that.
I have a question.
Videos vertical or horizontal?
Like this.
Okay.
If you do it the other way around, your head is going to cut off. So make sure that start using the practice mode. Okay, so we are going to go back.
I have
Any
a quick
other question?
Yeah, I have one.
Okay.
So I've tried to post either pictures or like things that I post on my Instagram or Facebook. I've tried to post on here and it keeps getting rejected for some reason.
Okay.
Like all of the things that I've posted get rejected.
Okay, there are a few things that there are a few things that you have to take in consideration. If you are posting in like in any personal profile, you're not gonna have no problem, because a lot of people that they have personal profiles, they're not running a business. When you are running a business profile, they check if you own the rights of certain images. So if they see in any way or shape that you are violating the copyright, they will not let you post. So they will put them on the review and they will never get approved.
So that's videos or music also. So if you
Yes.
have reels or anything with music in the background, I mean,
Yeah, but
every
these-
song is copyrighted.
Yeah, I mean, I posted my picture and it like a post with my picture and speaking on something about real estate, it gets rejected. Like I'm not even posting music, someone else's music or someone else's picture.
We will have to check. We will have to check if we want to set up like a time that
Okay.
we can do a little Zoom meeting, 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
And that way we can see what is wrong. But I know that we're getting a lot Google My Business profiles suspended because of the music, that they just want to grab the videos from TikTok and they just want to bring it to and we're just having a nightmare because the wait time in some of them is 30 days to get that Google Business activated. So we just have to be careful on that. Any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question. You said you have multiple accounts. Is it multiple Gmail accounts set up that are connected to your Google Business profile?
So I have both. I have both. And in one, email account, I have over 150 profiles from my clients that I manage. So that's like 150 clients. I have to make sure that they're up to date, that they are getting their information ready, that is updated. And then I have other account, like this account, it has only 2 profiles, like my business and my book. So you guys can have multiple profiles, multiple businesses in just one email, or you can have one business in each email. It's up to you.
Okay. Okay. So if you're on your phone, you would just toggle through the different Google businesses. Like if you want to post on the real estate one or book one, you just switch it on the phone in the maps. From one account to the other. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Thank
And then another thing that you have to pay close attention now that we are in this portion of editing your Google local listing is that if you are not careful, your competition goes and change your phone number. As a recommendation that
oh, I know what you're talking about. When you like search it up, it'll say, is this phone number correct? Or do you like, I've seen that, like it asks the public when you're searching up someone's, their business profile, it'll say, is this number right? Or is this address the right location? I think I've seen that. So we could do that to other agents. We could go and change their phone number to our phone numbers. We'll go to all the other people around us. I'm just joking. Don't ever do that. That's not nice. But
I was like, I didn't say no. But in the past it was not so common, but nowadays, like I have one business that had over 500 reviews, and the competition switched the phone number. 500 reviews, and I was like, "Are you serious?" I just called them. I was like, "Hey," Nick, and he's like, "I am not Nick." I was like, "Yes," and it's a suggestion. So that's why, like, I managed those 150 because if I give her an email saying, "Hey, is this the correct number?" I say no, and it goes back. So the change never happened.
Gotcha. Okay.
So for you guys, it's gonna be the same way that you check Facebook every day. Guess what? You're gonna check your Google local listing at least twice a week to make sure that they don't add services that you don't do, because this is what happened. So let's imagine that Macy has a Google local listing and she is doing amazing. She is on the second spot on the first page of Google. And then Christy is like, it is not showing, like, oh my God, I am on the third page of Google. So guess what? She goes to Macy and she does this, this, and this, and this, and she adds 20 services to Macy. Macy doesn't know that Christy adds 20 services because she doesn't check her Google local listing. So Google is like, Macy, let's not show her because she has 30 different services that she provides. So it is not gonna be so efficient in 30 different services. So it started dropping from second to third to fourth because of the amount of services that she's providing. And she didn't even know. Because
I'm just shocked that they allow other people to mess with your profile, though. That shocks me.
Recommendations. They want to make sure that all the information that you have in your Google profile is up to date.
Wow.
And Naomi, 2 questions. So does I tried to Google myself on maps, like Google Maps, it doesn't, and it says it like it doesn't exist. So does that mean, is that because I'm not verified?
If you're not verified,
you don't have an address.
No, because if you're not verified.
Okay.
If you are not verified, your name will not show until you get the approval from Google saying that you are a legit business.
Okay, and then it will show the address, the cities that I serve, because I don't have my. And then lastly, there's something else I'm going to ask you. Shoot, I lost it. I'll ask in a minute.
I've got a question too.
I have a question, please. I have a quick question about the post. and mine, or they keep getting denied because they say that it looks like it's considered spam. Is there something specific so that it's not considered spam? I'm uploading my own photos of my listing and then just some like information on the listing in the area.
So what is the percentage of your profile?
What do you mean?
Showing that it's complete. You show like 80%, 60%, 40%. What is the percentage of your profile complete?
That's 8.
So try to, right now we're gonna go over like how to have an 100% profile, and then just check what are you missing from your profile. And then I'm gonna put my information on the chat. And then if you guys have any question, you just have to let me know. We can do like I love Zoom meetings, okay? So we can do like a little quick Zoom meeting, and that way I can go over it, because I've been doing this for quite some time and everything is changing, and we just have to make sure that you guys are up to date.
I've got a quick question for you too. I'm in Denver area, which there's tons of agents here. And I just like Googled myself, or Googled real estate agent in Littleton, Colorado, which is a suburb, and I don't even show up on there.
How many reviews do you have, Kathy?
I think I have 7.
How many do they have the person that show up on the first page?
God, there's a ton of people that show up, like a ton of agents.
There are 7 different things that you can do to be able to move on that first page of Google. And maybe we can do another class later on. I will ask my primo. But we will check and see what the competition is doing, and that way you can start working on that. We will have like little homers. Like I love giving homework. So we'll say, hey, first homework, second, 4, and then you are gonna see that you start moving. Because a lot of times when you create your business profile, you start like in page 70 or 80, and then you start moving to the first page. So we just have to make sure which position are you right now, and then what is your goal to be able to accomplish that.
Okay, thank you.
I remember since my account has been suspended, if I wanted to go in there, is it better for me just to start a new account since it's been suspended for like almost a year and a half, and start something new? Or should I just try to repair that one? And can I change the phone numbers and the email that it's being used on?
You're able to add, remove phone numbers and add emails. And
even
if
if it's suspended?
You're able to do that. And then we just need to do a, did you already did the email?
I did the email, and then I received the card because they had sent the card to like my brokerage, and then they sent it to me in the mail. But it's a long process for them. It doesn't come right away. It took a while. So when I entered the code and I did everything, it was working for a short amount of time. And then I did have some reviews on there. There was only maybe 3 or 4 reviews, but the reviews all of a sudden were gone. And then the phone number wasn't being able to be used. There was one time when I had placed an ad, and I don't know why this happened through Google because my credit card was on file, but they suspended it because I had 1 penny left on the account, like that needed to be paid. I did pay that, they reinstated it, but then maybe 4 or 5 months after that, it got disabled, and it's been disabled for about a year.
We will have to check, Veronica, to see what is the status, and then we can let you know. Because
yeah.
And that way we can tell you, because I know that we're getting a lot of students accounts suspended, and there's some that they take 4 weeks, and there are some that they're taking like a week. So it will all depends, but we can always take a look.
Okay, so do you like take accounts like ours, or do you only do like big accounts? Like I'm sure you charge for it, it's not free, but like set up our entire thing or work on it for us, so then it'll just be ready for us to work on?
We will, we have a team. So if at any point you need help with that, we are able to help you, like having your profile 100%, And then most of the times we will train you as well.
Okay.
To be able to update, like whenever you want to add pictures, all of that.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Noemi, I was wondering about the reviews. Is there a way to migrate them from like Zillow and Facebook and you know, the places that we have reviews, or do you have to just have them
You
do it
can't do
again?
that with reviews. We would love to do that with reviews. You can only keep reviews in the spot that they came from, unless you want a paid service that will bring them all into one. But yeah.
Even
So
if you have a paid service that, like I have a paid service, but Google is one of the ones that you cannot do anything about. The client has to go on to, this is what I was told, excuse me, from that service. The client has to go on to Google in order to do the reviews. But I had sent out like, I think 30 all in one day, and none of those showed up. And I've tried to contact them and nothing.
So with Google, you have to be careful, okay? Google is not like Yelp, okay? If you promote or not promote with Google, it's gonna show you the reviews, okay? With Yelp, it's different. If you stop doing business with them, then they start hiding your reviews, and they will leave you only a few. And sometimes they're not the best. They are not the best reviews, but you are right there. So with Google, something that I love about Google is if you have marketing with them, you keep your reviews. If you don't have no marketing with them, you're able to keep the reviews. And if you send 30 reviews in one day, you are not gonna get none, because they think that you are doing something not legal, especially if you are doing a class and every single one has the same IP address of that class. Guess what? That's a red flag. You are not going to be able to get those 30 reviews. It is best if you send the link to them and say, hey, Noemi, can you please do a review whenever you can? You already took a picture of the class. Just put it in there. And they will click on the link, and they're able to do your review right in there. They don't have to.
Yeah, that's what I did. I did send it directly to the clients, and then the clients are like, yeah, I filled out all the reviews, but it never ever showed up.
So look, you just have to go back to your email. You will get a notification saying this person submit this review. Go and reply to them. If you didn't get no email, it's because they didn't do the review.
They did do the review because they took on the second go around, I had several clients click on the actual picture. When they finished the review, they clicked it and sent it to me, and it still didn't show up. And I tried to reach out to Google, but that's okay. I learned my lesson. I won't do 30 at once. Maybe that's why.
So like for future reference, yes, if they add a picture on your review, it's gonna stay.
Oh.
So make it like they have it. Hey, you're really happy with my service. Is that okay if you take a picture really quick? I'm gonna send you a link. That way you can do a review. Okay, perfect. And guess what? You are gonna be able to get more points with Google as well.
Should we wait till we're verified before asking?
Yes, you have to, Carol, you have to be verified first, because if not, they're gonna be like, she's sending me a link. I don't even know where he's taking me this.
Thank you.
So we just had to go that. And the last part, I know that we are already over. So I am gonna give you guys the choice. If you want me to continue, this is only just to complete the profile, if it is okay with you guys, or what do you guys want to do?
I want to keep going.
I'll stay.
I'll stay.
So
okay,
so we
I
see
stay as well.
So we see some people that they want to stay.
I think
so
they'll have us for 3 hours, so you're gonna have to leave us.
I'll stay. Hey, but you guys are gonna learn a lot. You guys are gonna be learning and
real quick, I don't know if everybody caught that, but she said, and she told me this, and I was like blown away. I like never thought about it. that when you send someone the link to give you a Google review, have them upload a picture, like of them happy and smiling, because Google likes that. It's legitimate. It's not like something spammy. They know somebody to upload a picture. And people, when you Google stuff, you know, people go through the pictures. When you're looking at a business, a restaurant, there's pictures, you go through it. So that's just going to add to the traffic that you'll get to your page, because I do reviews, and she may talk about it later, but I always review restaurants here and there. And I noticed that I'll get an email from Google saying, oh, this picture's at 2,000 views, you know, such and such views. I'm like, oh, wow, people like really look at the pictures of the food. And so she was like, Primo, I see you at Instagram, you're taking pictures of the food and everything, and that's all nice, but you need to do a Google review for those businesses instead. Get all those pictures and do, because that's better. Because she showed me because she reviews business all the time. And she showed me how many views that she got from just all her reviews. Guess how many you think of her reviews that she's done that people have saw her reviews? How many views you think she's got? Views from people. How many views? I'm gonna take a stab.
10,000.
Million.
More?
Million.
Wow.
More. 24 million views.
Wow.
Her reviews got 24 million views of people just looking at her reviews. So that's something she encouraged me to do. She's like, Primo, don't leave bad reviews. You know, don't leave a bad review, because they'll just go and like, oh, let me look him up, you know, and I'm gonna give him a bad review. Say, give a good review. And so when our clients are we sell a house, whatever, have them leave a review and have them upload a picture and smile. And I started doing that. And I had one client so far that uploaded a picture of him and his baby or whatever, but that was like a valuable golden tip that I got.
Okay, so how do they upload their picture? Because when I look at the link, there's not a place to add a picture.
Yeah, when you go to when you go to give a review for anything, any business on Google, there's an option to add a picture.
Okay.
So I'm gonna show you why it's so important. So we're gonna go to right here. This is my review profile that my cousin is talking about. And I want to show you guys why it's so important, okay? Right now, I have over 25 million. So it went up, Primo.
Oh my God, that's it. That's just like 2 or 3 weeks ago, it went up 1 million. That's insane.
So I have over 25 million, and I want you to see who is doing the reviews. Who is doing the reviews? Can anybody tell me?
Your business.
Your business.
Oh.
So,
you do your own reviews?
Your clients.
So guess what? 25 million people, they saw my name, Chavez Web Design. Do you think I am getting business for that?
I'm sorry, I'm so confused.
I don't think they understand. Okay, so what she's saying is, this is the email account that she uses when she gives a review. She goes to a restaurant and she does a review for them on Google, and she takes some pictures of the food or whatever. She leaves a review. When people are searching that restaurant and they go look at the reviews, they say, oh, this has got a 5-star review. And they'll see pictures they'll see who it is that gave a review. They'll say, oh, Chavez Web Design. Bing, she's putting the thought in her head that Chavez Web Design, maybe they're looking for a website. Or what if it said Chavez Realtor or something like that? So they see she's a realtor and she gave a review. So that's a way that she's able to market her business through reviews. So 25 million people saw her reviews and saw that someone, Chavez Web Design, gave this review. So I'm thinking about getting a website. So Chavez Web Design, let me look her up.
Oh my gosh. I have this. Oh, this is awesome.
So this, like now everybody here needs to rethink their reviews. Like you need to start reviewing people's businesses and adding pictures, because regular people that are they're going there and they're looking, and then they're going to see you. They're going to see your name, that you're the one that gave the review.
So I have a review question too. Instead of doing the pictures, like I have clients that don't want to type out their review, but they want to do a video of themselves, like talking about their review. Can we upload their picture or their video of themselves reviewing? Like, so if I go to the restaurant, I can review me on video giving the review under the reviews, not just regular photos and video, but actually under the reviews, do a video instead of a picture.
You just have to press the 5 stars, and then you're gonna, it has to be from the client's cell phone. You cannot do it from your device. You cannot do your own reviews. You have to have somebody else to do it for you.
Well, right, but if I send a request to my client because I want them to review me as a realtor, like I just sold their house, but they don't want to type it out. They want to send me a video to say, hey, so-and-so, she sold my house and yes, 5-star. They're doing it from their phone, but they want to post that video to my reviews. Is that an option, or can they only do it?
So
like
they just have to click on the link that you send, and then press the 5 stars. No 1 star, 5 stars. And then if they doesn't give you the choice to add the video, then you have to wait a little bit, and then you go and edit the review. It will take and then add the video.
Okay, gotcha.
But you are able to do it. Like, you know what I do? Like, I have videos for everything. I have videos, had to do reviews for my students. I had to, because guess what? Maybe for some of you, you don't need reviews. You already have a big database. But there are the new ones that they don't have no reviews, that they need clients, and we need any way or shape or help that we can get. So for you guys, reviews are key.
Right. And like I go once a week, I go and do like, not necessarily a review, but like I'll go and do a local restaurant, because I volunteer at our visitor center once a week, and everybody that comes here to visit says, where do we go to eat? So once a week I'm doing videos of the local restaurants each week, like seafood, or, you know, this is a favorite steakhouse. So I can actually go on there and actually do, rather than a picture of the food, I can show me like, hey, I just tried this for Taco Tuesday, and actually do the video of me doing the review for them, correct?
Yes. And guess what? A lot of times when you go to restaurants, like I went to Black Bear, and they told me, did you know that thanks to your picture, I got over 5 million people looking at my business? They're like, hey, lunch is on us. I was like, what?
Yes.
Hey, but it's another way to do
Several
it.
businesses do that, because our local businesses are like, you're the only real estate agent doing that with us. So I'll do like a local business spotlight and do that, but then I want to do the review. And I'm like, well, if I can only type it, I'd rather do the video.
Yeah, no. Hey, video is powerful. So we just have to make sure that we do that. And this is the last part that we're gonna do. And let me just, I forgot to include the sound. So I'll do that.
We opened Celsius with the idea to create a laundromat that people actually wanted to hang out in. When New York issued its stay-at-home order, we quickly shifted to drop-offs only. We switched to online booking through our Google profile, setting aside priority times for essential workers. We love our community and just wanted to help in any way we could.
So that's our little video. And right here, it is how you're going to be able to complete your profile, your business name, your categories, adding more categories in there is going to let you know. So you're going to be able to take advantage of that and be creative. Don't copy paste from other people. No, you are your own business. So you have to make sure that you do that. And it's the same thing. If you are not using your address and you are using the cities, hey, let's do this. It's going to take 3 days for you to for Google to update your information. But if you put 20 different cities, you're going to be able to take advantage of that. And remember, it is not what the client wants. It is how far are you willing to drive? Because if you say that you're going to do business in an hour and a half, you better do business an hour and a half, because then you lost credibility. So we just have to make sure that we do that. And here, the timing, it is really, really important. Commit to the time that you put in there. It is key. And then from here, this is information like if you are a restaurant, you guys are not a restaurant, so we don't have to worry about that. But if you have appointments on Saturdays and Sundays, you are able to add those times in here as well. Your website, we already talked about the website and the phone number in there. You know, that's key. That's really, really important. And then right here, if this is any of this apply, put it as a highlight. Hey, you know, this is a business owned by women. Let me click that. Hey, I am bilingual. Let me click that. Hey, I am able to do this and that. Put it in there, because they cannot read your mind. They cannot be like, oh, I know Macy. No, you have to sell yourself. And this is the way that you have to do it. And then from here, information about the business, you're going to talk about your description really quick. And if you have any questions, just send them my way. I would love to take a look. We will work together to make it happen. And then if it is too new and you don't want to put the time that you open your business, because, you know, I was a lender with Bank of America, and all the newbies, they didn't want to do business with me because I was too new. Don't put the time. Don't put the time frame. No, just skip that. Let's go to the next one. And if you have a calendar that you wanted them to do appointments, you can do appointments as well. I use Google. I love Google. It's free. I don't have to pay anything, and it's able to keep me on track. So that's another way to do it. And booking, you're able to do booking as well. Here, this is for all of you. All of you that are selling homes, you have to use this every other day. Post your properties in here. And that way it will show in your Google local listing as well. And it's going to tell you this class of this post got 300 people interested. So that way you can start tweaking your marketing in there as well. And right here, what is new?
I have a question about posting, like, you know, like the listings and the open houses. If they are, okay, you know how we're allowed to use our office listings. Say it's a new agent that comes in, they don't have any listings. Does Google pick that up? Like it is not that agent's listing if it's on Zillow, realtor.com, blah, you know, yada, yada, yada.
No, it doesn't know that. But you don't want to use Zillow, realtor.com. If it's a new agent, you want to use your KV Core link. So hopefully that you'll bring them into back into your KV Core as well.
Yeah, that's true. But I was just wondering if it was an office listing and not your listing, does Google, you know, I mean, all right.
No, because remember when you create the flyer, most of the times you put your picture. Like when I was a loan officer, they put my picture and they put the realtor picture right next to me. Saying, hey, you have the home and then you have the lending part right here. I don't know if we still do that, but in my days, we used to do that. But
so I have a question about the offer. When you put something up, if you put your KV Core link, would that be acceptable? Or
this is like if you're going to offer a product.
Right. So if I offer my listing or open house and I have a KV Core link, so they can click on that.
That will be mostly in like an event. Like
offers can be right. Offers for realtors could be get a free home warranty with a listing, half a % discount, something to that effect.
Oh, okay. So if I am like just listed, that would go into an event.
Yeah, like in my case, I just put an event, like if it's an open house, you know, you can put that. Or if you or what is new, you can put in what is new. This is what is new. But yeah, offer so is really a specific.
But it's okay if I add my KV Core link.
Yeah, we do it all the time. So what we have so we make our posts on on Facebook, like the Gogo's real estate team post. We make that post. And then a couple times a week, we have our VA just copy that post and plug it into Google My Business with the KV Core link and everything. Just take the photo, the link, and plug it in there.
Okay,
how about like,
sorry, I have a quick question about that. And this applies to this in some way, I guess. So on mine, once it's gone pending or it's sold, the picture of it goes away. Is there a way to fix that?
No.
There is no. So it'll
no.
Okay, so we would have to attach a picture to that link, right?
No, if that link is gone within your KV Core because it's pending or sold.
Yeah.
So you don't have that link anymore to that property because it's either pending or sold. It's
So it's
only a
gonna
live
go
link while
here.
it's active, usually.
Thank you.
But
Yeah.
Christy, what about like core video? Like if we use BombBomb or anything else, can we attach the link from KV Core to that BombBomb video and put it on Google?
Yeah. Yeah, you can make, yeah, absolutely. Because it's two separate things, right? You're taking a video. Yeah, absolutely.
I see. Okay. I wasn't sure.
You make the video, you put the video up, and then in the description, you put the KV Core link in there. That video will override the photo, like the link photo, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Kinda. You know, I'm an idiot when it
I
comes
know.
to these things.
No, you're not an idiot. It's okay. But yes, you
you
can
know
do
that dummy book that they put out there for dum-dums? That's me.
No,
Hey,
no.
you just need to practice, get familiar.
Yes.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
So
But
I
You
know
have no idea.
we've really ran over time. I want to respect your time and everyone's time. If you have a few more minutes, that'd be great. If you don't, I would love to have you back every Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. I have what's called a Tech Thursday, and we can go more into these technical questions or maybe break it into little chunks, because I know this Google My Business is so new for a lot of people, and it's amazing. It's an amazing tool and it's free. And so many people don't realize what they even have access to. So if you'd love to join Tech Thursday, I'd love it. If you have the floor is yours. We've already went over our time. So you please tell us if you have more time or if you need to go, we want to respect that and not hold you hostage.
we just have like 5 more slides really quick.
Okay.
And that way we can finish. And I think you just have to let me know like the days, and we can definitely put it like in small pieces. Like
little chunks.
Yes, because
sure.
We have a training for realtors that we do with a lot of brokers here in our town. And that one is like 4 hours, 5 hours, but we are able to see an increase like 40 to 50% on that broker agency that we did the training. And it was like all the little things that they were doing in Facebook and all the other platforms, and they were like, oh, I didn't know that it was hurting me. So like whenever we can set up, I can send you, we have a lot of training, not only for business, but for real estate agents.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So I'm gonna just finish really quick. That way we can.
We'll let you get through your 5 slides.
And then
it'll be great.
And then we will go home and then do homework.
Yeah.
So we will and just waiting for my computer to load.
Yeah, it's loading. It's got as many questions as we do. There we go.
Yes,
okay, now we can see it.
So right here, any videos or pictures, you're able to add them in here. And just remember that number 1 rule is do not download videos or anything that has music or information that doesn't belong to you. That way you can save some headaches. And then from here is pictures. The same way that you will not put a bad selfie on your profile is the same thing with your products or services. Do not put a bad picture in there. Just make sure that you attach that picture, that home. If it is cloudy that day, wait until there is a sunny day that you know that can bring that home like a new look. Hey, little things like that can make a big difference. And I know because I was a loan officer and we didn't take pictures when it was cloudy. Always when it was sunny and beautiful. That way we have more people in there. And in this case, whenever you're gonna put a product, you guys are not selling a product like shoes, you're selling a home, but you're able to put it as well in here. And you can put the link that you guys have on the system the same way.
So would you recommend, and I'm sorry, I really wanted to let you get through these 5 slides, but one question. When you put a photo here and you put a link, do you recommend if it's a listing, like one house, you put it under products, or does it not matter?
I will put it on the products.
Okay, that's it.
And then it will show like in your Google local listing in the bottom as like, hey, this is why I'm selling. Because in my profile, I have my book and it's only one book, but they can go directly and purchase it from Amazon. So it's kind of nice.
That's cool. Okay.
So we will do that. And then the services, from here, you already have the services going on in here. Reviews, we already talked about reviews. You already know how powerful are the reviews in your account. And then from here, this is the end of my presentation, but I want you guys to understand this. All this information that I shared with you, it's not gonna make any difference if you don't go and take action. Right? It will not do any difference. You're gonna be like, Noemi, I don't have no idea. What do you talk about? Can you go over this? We can always do a little meeting and show you one-to-one if that's the case. But I just want you guys to be successful. Like, I know how powerful is this tool. I have some realtors that they are like during the pandemic, they make bank. And it was because they use technology. They use these tools. So I want you guys to do the same thing. And I know you can. So let's do it.
Awesome. Well, thank you, everybody. Let's thank Noemi for taking her time. And
Wonderful.
Thank you so much. This was awesome.
I mean, did anybody get anything that's a nugget that they did not know before? Like anything they did not know before? Like there's a lot for myself.
Yeah. I definitely have had so many people come to me and ask why their accounts, why they have to verify, why they need to do videos, why they're not getting their postcards. I've learned so much this hour and a half. I truly appreciate you. Almost 2 hours. This was awesome. Thank you so much.
Awesome. So Noemi will be back for Tech Thursday. It's perfect for Tech Thursday. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. Yeah. Yep. Awesome.
Sorry, Noemi, you had just mentioned that there's a way that you can have somebody, like I have a VA. Can that VA post on my behalf? I know with like I have a YouTube channel, so there's a spot there that you can actually put your assistant and they can manage that. But can you do that in Google My Business?
Yes, you can. And I'm going to show you right now really quick.
I believe since you allowed them access on your YouTube, I think that's all of Google, right, Naomi? Doesn't that mean?
No, they're separate entities, okay. I find.
So you're going to go to right here, really quick. You're going to go to right here where you say users. Okay. And then right here, you're going to add a user. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're going to put the email address of the person. Okay, so let me try to see. I already asked myself, but we're gonna try. So when you do that, it's gonna ask you what ownership do you wanna give them. So I am gonna put my husband here. And right here, if you put owner, they have ownership. They can delete the profile, they can do whatever they want. You don't want that. You can put it as a manager and then you invite them. They get a notification saying, hey, you can manage this local listing, but they cannot delete the profile. They cannot do like anything that can damage, not really damage, but hurt you enough to get destroyed. they had limitations in there, but you are able to do that as well.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's been great.
And sorry, I took forever.
No, you were wonderful. We had so many questions. That this was a great one. This was so good.
This was needed.
It was definitely needed.
Mind blown.
And those of you that are joining us that are from other agencies, like, do you see the mind expansion going on in this group? Like, it is crazy. This is just one class. So,
yeah. And she's coming back. So
how can we
join
reach
us if you want more of her.
Yes,
great.
This is amazing.
Yeah, this was amazing.
Just reminding you, you said you would drop your contact info in the chat.
Let me
I think
check.
it's in there already, isn't it?
Yes. So
Little
you
bit
can
up.
always follow me on Facebook, Instagram as Chavez Web Design, or you can, I have like a bunch of profiles. So that's the one that I can keep consistency. So that will be the one. But you can also send me text. Text is the best way to contact me to set up a time, because I am teaching always classes. I am always in business events. So you just, if you have any questions and you want to be like, hey, can you take a look at my business profile? Then, hey, we'll do a Zoom meeting and then we will review it and I will give you some tips as well.
Wonderful. Thank you so
You're
much.
awesome. Thank you.
Where do we text?
Thank you.
Noemi, where do we text? Is there a number?
Her information's in the chat.
Okay. I guess I have to scroll up.
I just did it again. I
It's
just
the last
posted it
thing
a
on the
minute
chat.
ago.
Scroll
Yeah,
down.
from there's one person, it's the second from the bottom. I made the post.
There's a lot of posts.
I don't see it on my chat. I got logged out, but for a second, so I think it erased everything.
Oh, I think it did.
Oh, there
too.
it goes. I see it now. I see it. All
You
right.
see it? Okay. I was gonna say it's right at the bottom.
Thank
There
you
we
so
go.
much,
Again.
Naomi. I have to run to a dentist.
Yeah, thank you. This was amazing.
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Awesome.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Gracias.
Thank you.
thank you. Bye.
Bye, guys.